Hello there, Aries. Tuning in if you're a Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign in Aries. I'm sorry I'm a little late. However, here we are doing the weekly read and the four bodies of existence. We have the Spirit, Animal, Tarot, and Revelation. So beginning with the physical body of existence for Aries this week, Spirit, what is the overall energies for the collective tuning in of Aries for their physical body of existence? We do have 8 of Wands reversed. So there's a partnership that is feeling somewhat of a blockage. There's a partnership that you all may have each other blocked. There may be a bit of a disconnect, a discontent with you and another person, which you're ultimately not that fussed about, what I'm picking up on. However, y'all do actually work quite good together. The fact that it's the 8 of Wands. It's just a little bit of a blockage here in the physical. Maybe you've blocked each other on social media. Maybe, you're just not seeing each other in the physical. Now, this could be romantic. It could be a partnership tied within the ways of the world, work, physicality. Just remembering your physical body of existence is your physical body and everything that you perceive external when you open your eyes. So you can see your physical body, you can see the physical external environment. And there's just not this flow with this specific person, Aries. So let's get a coupling card here from the Animal Spirit. We have the Peacock. Release. Yeah, so you're releasing each other from the ties that you once had. However, I'm not seeing it as a negative connection. I'm actually seeing that you'll used to work really well together. Just at this time, there is divine intervention. There's a bit of a separation. There's a bit of a blockage. So the Peacock states it's time to release the past and move on to something new. This ending is the first step on the way to a happier future. So for some of you, it may be a romantic connection and you're being guided by divine to release this person. I just see that there may be, certain connections. There may be, you may be in the same social setting, friendship group, maybe a baby mama or baby daddy or something of the sort. So, there's some type of soul contract that is continuing. However, you are being asked to release this person, release any judgments, expectations, and attachments that you have to this person. Because there's just not open reception in the heart chakra. As you can see, the wands within these two beings crossed over at the heart. There's just unreceptivity in regards to. And, the fact that the Peacock came up, the masculine in this situation may be a little bit prideful, egoic, just mentioning that. So in the emotional body of existence, we have the Hierophant. Right now it's all about seeking the path of least resistance, the higher path with the Hierophant. The path that makes you feel good, because this is in the emotional body of existence. It is a 5, so there is huge change going on, and it is a byproduct of disconnecting from this specific person. So moving into esoteric knowledge, wisdom, awareness, maybe researching, doing things that feed your soul here in the emotional body of existence, Aries, will be really beneficial for you. And then we have balance, coupling this zebra. By merging varying points of view, you can generate an extraordinary new idea, compromise with others, and collaborate to discover a better solution. So, there is a collaboration in works. I just don't think it is this specific being that is coming up in the 8 of Wands. There's a balancing out going on with all energetics involved, and, it's really about what makes you feel balanced, because this is in the emotional body of existence. I did see some air element coming in, so depending how much air you have in your chart, as it states, by merging varying points of view, you can generate extraordinary new ideas. I did see with that Hierophant, there is a lot of air element, a lot of mental activity. And I feel like Aries really thrive off of that activeness, even though you're a fire sign, but activeness in, you know, really balancing out your mind, your mental state, and your emotions, again, by seeking out maybe esoteric, holistic, new ways, new ideas, thinking outside the box. We do have the Lovers card here in the mental body of existence. So there is some type of desire, focus at this time. You may be seeking out, looking for a divine counterpart, twin flame, soulmate, mirror. There is a desire here, and I feel like that's why this Eight of Wands is showing up. However, the divine is really stating, like, don't go back to the past, release the past, and focus on the signs, synchronicities, breadcrumbs that divine is gifting you in relation to who your true lover is. You're the very passionate, and, you know, to exchange and experience that with someone else is a desire of yours. I just feel, because it's in the mental body of existence this week, Aries, you know, it's really coming up. Like, you're looking for your twin, you're looking for your lover, you're looking for your divine mirror. Let's see what couple card comes up. Oh my god. The Cow. I've never actually seen this card before. He's right in your face. So, you know, 7 of Autumn. They're gonna, it's right in your face, Aries. This is what divine is stating right now. Like, it really is right in your face. You may be getting a lot of signs, synchronicities, or you will this week, revolving around your twin, revolving around your love journey. The Cow represents the planning, resources, and efforts you've invested in your dream, and you will reap great rewards. In the meantime, have patience and meditate on your next steps. So, like I stated with the Lovers card when it came out, Aries, you know, follow those signs, synchronicities, breadcrumbs, the guidance, also taking into account the path of least resistance, the feel good. You know, what makes you feel good. I don't usually suggest this, as I always state, you'll hear me, you are not your feels, you are not your thoughts. However, this week for your Aries specifically, it is about following the feel-good, pathless path. So listen without listening, hear without hearing, because you know without knowing. But yeah, this Cow, as you can see, is like right in your face. He's really looking at you and got somewhat of a folly, silly look on his face, like, how could you not see me type of energy. So it's interesting. It's like you've been looking in the wrong places for your divine counterpart. Ultimately, the kingdom of heaven is within you. Your divine will is within you. But as the cards just spill all over the floor, you've been looking everywhere other than within yourself to then look inwards and see outwards. So what is going to come up here in the spiritual body of existence for your Aries? Page of Pentacles. So, you know, it's talking about your spiritual body of existence is a lesson, test, and blessing. You know, it can be perceived as the immediate future. So the Page of Pentacles being separated there in reverse. Stop viewing people, places, situations, and things, as specifically yourself, your soul, as broken. Okay, Aries, that is your lesson, test, and blessing this week, is view the purity, view the wholeness within yourself. You're not broken, they're not broken. In truth, where your soul stands in eternity, you are whole, you are perfect, you are complete. So reminding yourself of that, you can move into some I am affirmations or visualizations, you know, to truly gather up the truth and calling back in, Aries, all fragmented parts of your soul, your essence, your being. We have the 10 of Summer, so the prairie dog. It's time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or a chosen family or close friends. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising happy, balanced children. So for some of you, there may be children involved, otherwise it's representing your inner child. However, there is, because you got the Lovers and the 10 of Summer here, you know, there is an amalgamation of a manifestation coming for your Aries in regards to a reunion, a divine union. I just feel like there's a lot to be released. There's so much energy. This is why we have the Hierophant here in your emotional body of existence with balance. It's just guiding you to seek the highest timeline, look up, ask and you shall receive, and view everyone as a whole and really express your love, because the more that you give this love to your friends and family, specifically your family, it could be your soul family as it's stating, your children, you know, you're going to then that's going to be reciprocated, and you're going to attract more of those situations so that you can express your gratitude, express your love, eventually that manifesting as a divine counterpart. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. I mean, for some of y'all, if you're in a relationship, you know, this is a deepening of a connection with someone. And the Eight of Wands, for those of y'all that resonate with that, the Eight of Wands, you know, there's a bit of a blockage. I'm seeing like a soul brother or soul sister or a work colleague, or, you know, someone on the outer circle of your connections that, you know, just really isn't serving you at this time. You're being asked to disconnect to them and dive deeper into your reunion. Like, as you can see, the cow, like, look at me, like looking straight into the eyes of the divine mirror, your divine counterpart this week, and deepening that relationship. So we have self-creation as the wisdom oracle to end this reading. Be the author of your own life. So again, taking back your power, calling back in all fragmented parts of your soul. Self-creation. I am not one who is weak against the turn of destiny. I will undo the wheel of heaven if it turns against my wish. There are things in life, Aries, that are in our control and those which are not. Inner peace and outer effectiveness come to those who can distinguish between the two. When we feel weak in the face of that which we can change, we fall short of our dreams. By realizing we can adjust ourselves to what happens to us in life, we can take charge of determining our own response to our reality in a creative way. Jesus' compassionate guidance tells you, Aries, not to dwell on the past or worry about the future. Being the author of your life means concentrating on the present moment. You can, Aries, change your perception. You can do something different, try learning a new skill instead of following a routine. This means setting aside how you think things should be, for it is not helpful to focus on what might have been if things were different. Dear Aries, do not be overly attached to things you cannot change. Focusing on the paths of others does not bring you the inner peace of personal accomplishment. Touch the creative spark within you and feel how renewing it is to connect with your inner innocence and purity. By trusting the flow, you will be able to envision new possibilities and create a world of your own. Let the universal energy, Aries, guide you towards a creative power you may never have imagined you could share. So the mantra for y'all this week, Aries, is I am determined to adjust myself to what is not in my control and change what I am able to change to create my desired life. So thank you so much, Aries, for tuning in this week. If you'd like to book into a session, you know where I'm at. Namaste. Amen.